solve symbolically. X times x plus 3 divided by x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. Since we have a rational function compared to 0, if we think of that as our f of x, we want to find where the function is equal to 0 and where the function is undefined. So first, where is f of x equal to 0? Well, that function would be equal to 0 if the numerator equals 0. So we have x by x plus 3 equals 0, which implies that x is 0 or x is negative 3. Second, where is the function undefined? Notice that there are no common factors between the numerator and denominator. We'll set the denominator to 0, and that implies that x is negative 2. So we can set up our number line, and we have three important values on it: negative 3, negative 2, and 0. And so we have broken up the number line into 4 intervals. And so let's make a couple other marks here. Notice that when x is negative 3, that is a point, right? If we think graphically, that means when x is negative 3, the function is 0. If we were to graph the function, that's an x-intercept. Whereas the second point here, at negative 2, that's really an asymptote. We cannot include that point in any solution set. And at 0, again, we have a point. All right, so now let's test each interval. Testing, how about negative 4? F of negative 4 would be negative 4 by negative 4 plus 3 by negative 4 plus 2. So that would be a negative times a negative divided by a negative. And so that would be a negative. Testing the second interval, how about negative 2.5? So that would be negative 2.5 by negative 2.5 plus 3 over negative 2.5 plus 2. So that would be a negative by a positive divided by a negative, and so that would be a positive. Checking the next interval, how about negative 1? Negative 1 by negative 1 plus 3 over negative 1 plus 2. Negative times a positive over a positive. That would be a negative over a positive, which is a negative. And finally, testing the last interval, how about x equals 1? That would be 1 by 1 plus 3 over 1 plus 2. And those are all positives, so that would be a positive. So now we were asked to solve where is the function greater than or equal to 0. Well, greater than or equal to 0 means positive or 0, so we would have this interval, and we could include that endpoint. We would exclude the 2, and this fourth interval, and we would include the endpoint at 0. So the solution is negative 3 to negative 2 union bracket 0 infinity.